The race is now officially on for South Australia to get ready for the Adelaide 500. The state's Premier has followed through on his election pledge by locking in a deal that will see supercars return to the city streets this December. Joel Philp has the story.
Premier Peter Malinauskas has put his election promise in ink. The Adelaide 500 will be back on the streets of the CBD from December 1 to 4, with a 5-year-long contract signed. The event will be pushed back from its traditional mid-March slot in the calendar and will serve as the final race of the Supercars season.
Post the pandemic, it's time to make our city alive again. And there is no bigger, greater event to do that than the Adelaide 500, and today it becomes official.
Racing legend Mark Skaife knows this street circuit well. He won here in 2002 and 2003 and says the feeling of driving in Adelaide rivals even Bathurst.
If you lead here after 78 laps of what is the Adelaide 500 and you come over the finish line and you're lucky enough to be first, the place goes absolutely crazy. And you can hear everything above the car noise. And that atmosphere, you can't replicate it.
The race was cancelled after the 2020 event under the previous Liberal government.
When the event was cancelled, the Premier approached us straight away and said he wanted to bring it back.
The Premier wouldn't reveal how much his government had to pay Supercars Australia to return, but says it was small, freeing the government up to spend money on related costs.
We're using taxpayers' dollars to inject confidence into those businesses so they know that this summer is going to be a beauty.
With less than 6 months to go, organisers are now racing to be ready on time. More than half the track is said to need resurfacing to be race ready, likely meaning traffic problems for locals in the months ahead.
Everything will be closed here around, so we don't have a chance.
It's a huge lockdown of this side of the city. We don't want people to avoid coming into town. Far from it.
I think overall the benefit that it delivers to the state definitely outweighs perhaps some of that inconvenience.
The opposition now supports the race, but will be watching closely to see if the government can pull it off smoothly. Joel Philp, Sky News, Adelaide.